Oh, what a pleasure to be here tonight, and an honor to be with Ambassador Young. And I think I need to start tagging along, because as a social studies teacher, one of my dreams is to get to Africa, and I haven't been able to get there yet. But that's a deal. I will go with and learn so much. And you know, how appropriate for me as a state superintendent in my continual journey of learning to be able to come to the Southern Center tonight and learn even more about things about the world economy and how important Africa is. So the great thing about being an educator is we're always learning, and that's what I love about social studies. We can ignite students' learning, and nothing more important than igniting their excitement and their learning about other people and places and cultures around the world, as well as the economies. And as a teacher, we continually learn. And like good teachers, when we know that we don't know as much as we need to know to be good teachers, we get to learning ourselves. And that's why these materials are so important, because as much has changed in education in 20 years since I started, there's still some things that remain the same. People, as hard as they work, are going to walk into a situation and not know as much as possibly they could or should about a topic in a subject area. And it's things like these Teach Africa materials that need to be in there to help fill those gaps and to help those teachers get over these periods and these places where they're not as familiar, they don't know as much, and give them the confidence to get in there and be as excited about what they're teaching because they feel like they do know something and they can relay that to teachers. Now, to students. Now, a lot has changed in 20 years, and I feel like through the work of the Southern Center and other places, and particularly with the African Society, and Bernadette, thank you so much for your dedication to this cause. I do believe that Georgia teachers are in a great position to continue to get kids excited about Africa. And whether it's the money-making opportunities, as have been so readily pointed out, or it's just the sheer cultural fascination with the continent, I think we stand ready to help our students. Now, some of you know we had a little problem in social studies education here just a few weeks ago. So I'm also excited to be here because the invitation to come and be a part of this event couldn't have come at a better time. And it came right about the time we were realizing that our 6th and 7th grade students didn't do so well on our new curriculum. And so I'm going to use this time to ask for your help. We have figured out what we think was the issue. And I share this with you, is that when we wrote this new Georgia Performance Standards in 6th and 7th grade world cultures, it's really social studies. We're trying to teach kids government, economics, history, and geography, integrated and hitting every region of the world so that 6th and 7th graders get that exposure and hopefully ignite a spark. And in our quest to do that and to be comprehensive, this is what I've described to people what happened. We wrote standards that would have covered the side of this notebook for every region of the world. And unfortunately, due to time constraints and the sheer capacity of what you can do in 1 year's time, our teachers got in and they taught probably about half or 3/4, you know, if you were lucky, of what we had said should cover those standards. And they did a great job. But unfortunately, the test came along, and if the teacher appeared to have taught over here, the test came along and asked a question over here. So technically, the standards and the test were aligned, but it wasn't aligned to what was really going on in the classroom. And that was the same problem we had with the old QCC. Remember, we had a list of topics a mile long, and there was no way you could cover what was expected to be taught. Unfortunately, we kind of did the same thing with this new Georgia Performance Standards. Now, the tough stuff is ahead, and this is where I need your help. We quickly convened a group of people from all over the state to come help us pare this down and get to what is it we really want kids to know and be able to do and tell us and be able to perform for us standards and tasks related to these. So we have to pare it down. And in social studies, as you know, it's a lot easier to keep adding than it is to decide what is it we really are going to teach and stand united behind that as the core. So we have attempted to put out a new draft of that Georgia Performance Standards on Africa and other places around the world too, that attempts to really get to the core essentials of what we want to introduce kids to in 6th and 7th grade. Now again, we can keep adding and adding, but the reality of every time we add something, the reality and the question is that really going to get taught? So we need the help of the people around this room who are African experts, who have dealt with Africa in the past, the present, and look to the future, who understand the scholarly research but also understand the middle school mind, and who can help our teachers get a curriculum that's manageable but is exciting. Because what I hear from the voices of the people sitting in front of you and the people that I've met in this room, a real goal is for people to change their image of how we see Africa. And to do that, we've got to excite kids about the study of that continent and those people. And I think we can do it in Georgia as well or better than anywhere else in the nation if we can get this curriculum right. Because we've got the great materials ready to go in the hands of our teachers.